Hello internet and welcome back to the most inquisitive channel on YouTube, Life's Biggest Questions, the place where we chant the verse
that brings his name into our realm, and ere the end of all your days, the Crimson Khan shall ride.
Sorry about that. What's going on, guys? As per usual, I'll be your disembodied host, Jack Finch, as we scramble to keep a lid on this XK end of the world scenario and regretfully ask the question, what if the Scarlet King was real? Roll the clip.
Il doit être quelques jours. Comme toi, au diable et malin esprit.
Well, where do we even begin to break down the most evil entity in all of existence, the King of Darkness below, the Crimson Khan, the Scarlet King himself, a creature whose sole demonic occupation is to usher in Armageddon and the end of all creation. Not even that, but how do we begin to hypothesize if this guy was a real, palatable threat to our own reality as we know it? Who's saying that he's not? Before we jump into that though, you know the drill by now. If you're a fan of LBQ, the SCP Foundation, or just general apocalyptic scenarios in general, then why don't you go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and make sure to hit that subscribe bell so you can stay up to date with our latest and greatest uploads. If you know nothing about the Scarlet King, then let me break it down for you. There are few creatures in the absolutely mind-numbingly terrifying world of the SCP Foundation that even come close to the immense eldritch power that the Scarlet King possesses. As Foundation Protocol states, the Scarlet King is the most malevolent entity in the multiverse, and a vast majority of level 4 and above threat levels are abominations created by the King himself. And in all reality, there's not a lot that we can do to stop him. SCP-2317 is a vain attempt in keeping the Crimson Khan sated through a meaningless protocol that serves solely to maintain the morale of Foundation staff. He's coming, and we're pretty much screwed. As the legend goes, he was born alongside the planting of the Tree of Knowledge, where his name was Karak, the smallest and most feeble of his siblings, but the only one afflicted with the burden of awareness, which brought him great pain knowing that existence itself was a plague. He vowed to destroy the tree, the creator, and creation itself, and began to consume his siblings, growing stronger and stronger with each of their essence. He named himself King of the Darkness below and declared a war on creation itself, one which will not end until the very end of everything. Now, I don't know about you, but existential dread is already terrifying enough, let alone it having both a name and a face. What if the abyss was personable? What if every black hole and dying neutron star was just another victory in the Scarlet King's war effort? What if the end, with a capital E, was a very real and tangible entity? How would our species fare against a nigh omnipotent vessel of destruction? Well, we'd be completely and utterly boned. But bear with me, because there may be a small glimmer of hope in the deep depths of the SCP archive. To understand this, we first have to take a look at SCP-231, a case which lies on the darker side of the Foundation's records that is definitely not for the faint-hearted. SCP-231 through 7 were a group of 7 females found after the raid on a satanic sex cult, an organization otherwise known as the Children of the Scarlet King. Yes, you heard that correctly. There are numerous organizations across this planet with the malintent to recreate the supposedly fictional origination of the King of the Darkness below, hidden in plain view as fundamentalist Christian sects, crazy backwater hosts to the Crimson Khan who'd like nothing more than to witness the end of all existence. So dedicated in fact that they kidnapped and held hostage 7 innocents to practice their vile machinations. This is in direct correlation with the Scarlet King's mythos and his spawning of 7 brides after consuming the essence of Sana, the wisest and most beautiful of the gods. 7 brides, 7 seals. They were Ativik, Agor, Adistat, Azieb, Anut, Atilef, and the 7th bride, Ahabat, the smallest and the weakest, but the only one not utterly broken by the Scarlet King himself, and the only one who was sealed as hope. If you ever heard someone whisper the words 1110 Montiac, then you'll understand the grim reality of this situation, but we'll leave that to one side. Whether the Children of the Scarlet King were trying to usher forward their dark god into our mortal realm, or were in fact trying to protect us from it, we'll never know, but there's one thing that we do know, and if you're a keen surveyor of the SCP archives and LBQ's involvement with them, you'll be aware that our most recent video was a showcase of that cute orange squidgy little guy, SCP-999, who, in actual fact, was birthed by the 7th Bride, SCP-2317. Yes, you heard that correctly. SCP-999 is a thaumiel spawn of the Scarlet King and perhaps maybe the only hope that we have against the end of existence. Why? Because the only hope that we have to overthrow the Scarlet King is not by force, we are powerless against the vile dread of him, but by light and love and laughter that can brighten the blackest of hearts. For our sake, let's hope that's true. Now, you may have noticed that this particular LBQ video hasn't really meandered its way through a hypothetical scenario in which the Scarlet King is real, usually speaking, where we weigh up the many pros and cons, mainly cons of an all-consuming evil reality. And I regret to inform you that this has been intentional, a highly purposeful exercise to inform you all
that the Scarlet King is coming.
Sorry about that, folks. Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today. Leave your thoughts about the Scarlet King and the SCP Foundation in the comment box down below. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and share it on to your nearest satanic cult. As per usual, I've been your host, Jack Finch. You've been watching Life's Biggest Questions, and until next time,
You take it easy.